Top 5 tips when preparing for end of life. Let's face it, all of us are painfully aware that we must die at some point in the future. Not all of us are aware of roughly when this will be, but for those of us who have sadly been forewarned that it will be imminent, it's more important than ever to be prepared, so that you don't leave behind a web of uncertainty, mistrust and tension. Here are our top 5 tips for preparing for end of life. Whether you are aware that you have weeks or months left, or whether you simply like to have your life in order, then please follow our checklist to ensure that you minimize any stress, distress, and financial pressure for your loved ones left behind. Our first tip is to write a will. It's important that you outline not only who you want to benefit from your estate and who you want to be in control of distributing it, but what you want to happen after your death. Remember to include details such as whether you'd like to donate your organs, whether you want to be buried or cremated, and any specific aspects of the funeral service. Secondly, consider taking out a funeral plan. With funeral costs now running into thousands of pounds, many families are facing the financial burden of having to find the funds to give their loved one a decent send-off. For some, this has meant taking out extra credit, sometimes landing themselves in serious debt. By paying into a funeral plan now, you are actively assisting your next of kin whilst you are still alive, allocating funds which will help to pay for your funeral. Choose your executor. Being an executor is a responsible job, and the individual can be held personally liable if your estate isn't distributed correctly. You can select an individual, a number of individuals, or even an organization, such as a bank, to be your executor. But it's important that you choose someone who is sensible, reliable, and preferably experienced in handling legal or financial matters. Discuss your request with them beforehand to ensure that they are happy to take on the role. Discuss the contents of your will with loved ones. All too often and on an increasingly frequent basis, cases are being brought before the court disputing probate. Family circumstances may result in children being omitted from a will, or you may decide to leave your assets to a friend or charity rather than to your family. Save your family the anguish, the confusion, and substantial legal costs of such court cases by explaining your decisions to them whilst you are still alive. Finally, document your passwords and collate all paperwork. Probate can become a lengthy and complicated process if a significant degree of detective work needs to be carried out by your executor. Why not save them time and effort by placing all your affairs in order and telling them where they can find all the documentation they will need relating to online bank accounts, statements, and other financial details after your death. Thank you for watching. We hope that's been useful to you.